Hi there. Good afternoon. Okay, we are a little early today. So, welcome to the show of 5,000 Word Bank Challenge. I hope you're there with your notebook and a pen, all set, and you're revising what we are doing so far. And yes, if you are genuinely using them, if you are honestly using them, you will perceive a marked change. And believe me, you will not be sorry for joining this Facebook Live venture. It is just learning one step at a time. You don't even realize, and there you are with your upscaling, with your augmented, with your improved, with your raised knowledge of English proficiency. Okay, so yes, I'll just briefly tell you I'm Vinita, a coach, consultant, and a designer, digital marketer. Here I am on my mission to help all those who are dreaming to work, study, or migrate abroad. And yes, for that, you have to clear an English proficiency test. And that could be by way of IELTS, TOEFL, Pearson, Duolingo, even SAT you may have to crack, or GMAT, GR, whichever way you're planning to take. The basic stress will be on raising your English proficiency. Moreover, English proficiency has become a global language, has become the language of the computer. So even otherwise, even on the national front, where if you're writing your entrance exam, your proportional exam, English is part of the deal, isn't it? So I think it's a great thought to upscale your language proficiency. In fact, language is a jewel which can be added to your personality, not just English. Go and learn more languages, learn the dialects, learn the constitutional languages also, learn the languages of the north, of the south, of the east, of the west. Wonderful. If you can. Okay, never mind. So here we are on another day, and I have more idioms to share with you today. And let's see what I have to share with you today. So, another set of 5 idioms, and here I am with that. So, I start immediately. My next idiom is beat around the bush. Okay, I will share my screen with you. It makes it easier for you. Here we go. Yeah. So you can see the screen. Here we are. So beat, today is episode 86 and we are on the idioms drive. And yes, we are soon going to cross 100 idioms that I have covered with you guys on my lives. And we will cross 100. Let's see we go till when. Language is rich, English is rich. Okay, so first idiom of the day is beat around the bush. What's the meaning? To avoid talking about the main subject or topic, and synonyms would be to avoid, to sidestep, to dodge. So when you are not coming to the point, but you are going around here and there, not just hitting the target or the bull, then you are beating about the bush or beating around the bush. What would be the collocations? To beat around the bush about, stop beating around the bush. And phrases, stop beating around the bush. He tends to beat around the bush. So I'm deliberately throwing in the words collocation and phrases so that you become aware that you have to make your language richer by the addition of not only collocations but even phrases. And yes, the bigger and the complex and the higher words, fine. But unless these words are used with precision, they carry no weight, believe me. In fact, they will turn around you, they'll turn against you. So what you have to do is you have to practice, make them part of your vocabulary, make friendship with these new words till they become you. And only then you'll be able to use them with impact. And yes, your language will create an impact. Okay. So usage in the sentence. In the IELTS speaking test, it's important not to beat around the bush and directly answer the questions. Not only speaking test, even the writing test. Now, next phrase, idiom number 2, call it a day. to stop working on something, usually because the work is finished or it's time to rest. Synonyms would be finish, conclude, wrap up, wind up. Okay. So collocations would be call it a day at work. And I think this is very common. You must have in your office or wherever. Decide to call it a day. Let's call it a day. They called it a day after the meeting. How can you use it? After hours of studying for the IELTS exam, she decided to call it a day and get some rest. Yes. Okay. Idiom number 3. On cloud 9. What's the meaning? To be extremely happy and joyful. And synonyms would be elated, overjoyed, ecstatic. Okay. Higher dopamine. Why? Because cloud 9. Okay. The idiom cloud 9. And what would be the collocations? You feel on cloud 9. To be on cloud 9. Oh, she's on cloud 9. They felt on cloud 9. Okay. And how would you use it in a sentence? When he received his IELTS result and saw he scored a band 8, he was on cloud 9. Okay. So you have to keep abreast of the vocabulary drive. Now, next idiom, number 4, weather the storm, meaning to survive a difficult situation, to endure, to overcome, to survive. Okay, to persist in your efforts. So you are weathering the storm. Collocations would be weather the storm of or managed to weather the storm. So we will weather the storm. Managed to weather the storm. They managed to weather the storm. So how can you use it in a sentence? Full sentence. Despite the challenges, she managed to weather the storm and passed the IELTS exam. So whatever your storms, never mind. You have to weather the storm and pass your exam with high band. Next, take a rain check. Okay, meaning to postpone a plan or offer, suggesting that it can be taken up later. Synonyms are postpone, delay, reschedule. Okay, so to take a rain check. So maybe I am taking a rain check, postponing many things which I intend to do. Our collocation would be to take a rain check on, offered to take a rain check. Can I take a rain check? He took a rain check. Okay. So how will you use it in a sentence? She had to take a rain check on the session because of a family emergency. Okay, the last idiom of the day, break the ice. I have done this earlier. I hope you recall it. To initiate conversation in a social setting and making people feel comfortable. That is to start, to initiate, to ease into, to get the ball rolling. Okay. To break the ice with, used to break the ice. She broke the ice with a joke. He always knows how to break the ice. How would you use it? During the IELTS speaking test, a friendly smile can help break the ice with the examiner. Now, how would you start with a story? I'll narrate the story using all these idioms and now see if you can understand the precise meaning. Here we go. Emma had been preparing for her IELTS exams for months. Okay? She often found herself beating around the bush when practicing speaking. So her teacher advised her to focus on being direct. After a long day of studying, what happened? She decided to call it a day. She decided to call it a day and get some rest. The next morning, okay, I'll stop. Now you listen to me and see if you can follow me. Okay, so what did she do? The next morning, Emma woke up on cloud. No. Yeah, okay. Then after a long day of studying, she decided to call it a day and get some rest. The next morning, Emma woke up on cloud nine because she felt confident about her progress. However, as the exam date approached, she faced several personal challenges. We all do. I'm sure even you are facing personal challenges that made her anxious. Don't get anxious. Okay. She was determined to succeed. So she resolved to weather the storm and stay focused on her goal. One afternoon, her friend invited her to a social event, but Emma knew she needed to study. Can I take a rain check on that? She asked, explaining her situation. Her friend understood and promised to catch up with her after the exam. On the day of the exam, Emma was nervous but knew she had to break the ice with the examiner to feel more comfortable. Which day are we talking about? The speaking skill. Okay. She started with a warm greeting and a smile, which helped her ease her nerves. Don't forget to smile when you go for your exam. It will take away all your pressure. Fake it till you make it. Okay. In the end, Emma's hard work paid off and she scored higher than she had hoped. Here we are. So, don't you think adding idioms makes your language more interesting, more fun? So, try using them, incorporate them in your daily language, whether you speak or you write, wherever you are, school, college, office, work, business, doesn't matter. Use them and you'll become an interesting person. So I'll see you again tomorrow with more of this. Till then, keep learning, keep practicing,